Here are 5 YouTube thumbnail editing hacks that you could do in Canva. From creating an outline around a person to making it look like they're glowing, and a few other tricks that I use to really make my thumbnails pop and stand out and look out of this world. As always, timestamps will be in the description below. Let's jump over to the laptop and get into it. Jumping into Canva, we're going to create our design, and this is going to be a YouTube thumbnail with the dimensions 1280 by 720. Some of the features I'm going over today are included in the free Canva plan, and some of them are part of the Canva Pro plan. So I tried to add a little bit of variety. I do have a link below where you can do a 30-day free Canva trial. So you can use that. Not sponsored by Canva, but I love Canva, so I have affiliate links for it. Anywho, the first thing we're going to do is upload the pose that I did. So every time I film a YouTube video, I actually record myself doing poses before I film the actual talking part. So I'll press record, I'll do a few poses, and then I'll go back to that video and I'll screenshot the poses that I like. So this is just a screenshot of me doing pose that I want to use for the thumbnail. So the first thing that I want to show you in Canva is something really cool where you can like change your location. You don't have to be in a fancy schmancy place with a fancy schmancy backdrop. Really, all you need is some good lighting, a good shot of you and your face, and you could be anywhere you want in Canva. So this is something that I like to use. So basically, we're going to click on our image, press edit, and we're going to press the background remover. The background remover is a pro feature, but if you don't have the pro version, you can actually use this website here. This is pixlr.com/remove-background. So you'll upload your photo here and it'll remove the background for you. And then you'll save that to your computer and then upload it to Canva. So as you can see here, my background has been removed. This is my new photo. We love it. I'm going to crop it in because it's taking up the entire space and I want to be able to play with this section a little bit more. So crop it in. Now we can actually change our location. So I'm going to go to elements and I'm going to search for aesthetic office. Search. We're going to look in the photos, and then you could choose any of these as your backdrop. So I really like this one. If it has a crown, it's pro version. If there is no crown, it's completely free. I'm just going to drag this onto the background, position to the back so that I'm in the front. And of course, this looks a little bit like, oh, that looks edited. So I'm going to edit the image and add a little bit of blur to my background image. So we're going to go to adjust and see all, add a little bit of blur here. So now it looks like, oh, she was just at the front of the image. We're going to get into this one as well a little bit later where we're talking about the glow effect. But this is looking up a dark office scheme is one that complements that glow effect really, really well. So we're going to actually go to photos, choose our moody office. Let's cover up that person. And then that's something that you can play around with. Now, if you're somebody who is not 100% comfortable with design, whether it's for your thumbnails, banner images, or you just want to have templates that you can play with, I have an amazing resource from today's sponsor, HubSpot. HubSpot created a free resource for all of you. It's 18 YouTube templates for businesses. Not only inside of this guide does it have YouTube thumbnail templates, but there's a bunch of image templates that you could use, as well as description templates, and even an overall roadmap to help you with your YouTube channel. So just to show you a few of the templates, they have 5 customizable YouTube banner templates, 5 customizable thumbnail templates, 7 YouTube description templates, and of course, their YouTube roadmap strategy. If you want access to this free resource, just go to the link down in my pinned comment, select download now for free. All you have to do is enter your name and email, and it'll be sent directly to your inbox. All right, let's jump to the next hack. Going into the next hack, we're actually going to create a border or an outline around myself posing because obviously this kind of looks a little bit edited. So how can we add more dimension? I'm going to bring this over to, let's duplicate this page. Get rid of that background. And here's another just like fun little hack. I actually have a screenshot of my regular background, and this is just when I pressed record on that posing video. I made sure that I was not in the frame so that I could have just like the plain background and I could move my pose wherever I want and have access to like any portion of the background. So that's just a little fun fact, is getting a screenshot of your background if you're going to use it. We're going to edit it, blur it out again. We're just going to do a little bit of a blur. So let's just do 4. And now we're going to edit the pose. So we're going to make sure this picture is selected and press edit image. Now there are 2 different editing tools in Canva. You have their newer way to edit. I'm on the old way to edit because my computer kept glitching with their new way. So fingers crossed my computer does not glitch since I switched back to what I usually use. So we're going to go to shadows and select glow. In the new version of Canva, they have one called outline. So you can literally click outline and you'll be able to have an outline around yourself, but we don't have that outline option here. So we're going to select glow, and you see how there's those 3 lines. We're going to click glow again, and it's going to give us some more editing options. So I'm going to make the glow a little bit bigger, and we're going to bring the transparency all the way. We want to see 100% of it. Whatever border you want, I usually do a white border around myself. And instead of blurring it, which has that glow effect, I'm going to bring the blur down so it's more of a harsh line. And now it looks like there is an outline surrounding me. You could play with the size here. I like to keep it kind of small, dainty, and maybe around 7, and press apply. And that is how you can create the outline around a person in Canva. Now, if you have the new editor in Canva and you want to add this outline, all you would have to do is select the image, press edit photo. You're going to go to shadows, select outline, and then you could play with like the size of the outline, the color, blur amount, and all the things. So similar steps, but yeah, that's the new editor. Before jumping into our third hack, if you're somebody who is looking to grow on YouTube, I want to let you know about my Ultimate YouTube Starter workbook. It is completely free and I'll link it down below. Basically, this workbook is everything that you need to know for starting a channel and growing your channel on YouTube. It's going to go over how you could set up your channel for success, implementing SEO, keywords, all the things, even equipment that you could be using, and of course, how to properly do your YouTube research so you're coming up with endless content ideas. So again, this is completely free. I will link it down below, and let's jump back to the video. Okay, for our third hack, if you want to add a little bit more dimension and really make yourself pop out of the background, this is something that I use a lot when maybe I don't have the original background and I have other elements in my background. For example, duplicate this page. Background element that I use a lot is the Instagram looking background for all of my Instagram tip videos. So I'm just going to look up Instagram and I'm going to pull like a plain colored one like this, move this to the background. There we go. That's the one. Okay, so like this background, let's use this background as an example. I'm going to drag myself down because you can see the outline on the bottom. I don't want to see that. So I'm going to drag it down. But what we're going to do is we're going to press edit image again. We're going to go back to shadows and we already have the outline here. So we're going to press glow again and it's going to give us like a second layer. And now we have that dark shadow behind myself. And this is making it look like I'm kind of popping out from the background. I'm going to bring the blur up. I want to see it now that I want like a nice subtle fade to it. Yeah, around 50. You can make the blur more drastic so it kind of like blends in with the background. Really, it's depending on your liking. I will do something like that and apply. So now we're really popping from the thumbnail. Now, if you want to create this pop effect in the new editor, what you're going to do is do the same steps or follow the same steps you would to create the outline. And then you're going to duplicate your pose. The pose that is in the back, let's play with that one. So let me actually move this front one over. We're going to edit this one. We're going to press edit photo. We're going to go to shadows again. We're going to press glow. This time we're going to do a black glow. You can see my computer is glitching, so I can't see what I'm editing. For some reason, my computer doesn't like the new version of Canva, which is why I showed everything on the old one. But basically, let me bring the intensity down a little bit. We're going to bring the blur amount down, the size down, pretend we can see what we're doing. Once I save it, you'll see, okay, perfect. So pretend there was a little bit less intensity. And then we're just going to layer them on top of each other. So I'm going to put this here, and now we have that pop effect. One pose is doing the outline and the other pose is doing the glow. We layer them on top and they're kind of popping. Okay, for our next hack, I want to show you how you could get even more of a glow, kind of like an AI feel going on behind you. So we're going to actually go with this one because I feel like a lot of the AI thumbnails, they have a dark, moody background, and that's something that I want to play around with. So the first thing we're going to do, this is kind of like a 3-step one. First thing we're going to do, we're going to add our glow to the image. So we're going to do shadows. We're going to do glow. Instead of a dark shadowy glow, we're going to do the white one again, but we're going to keep it blurry because that's the glow effect that we kind of want to go for. We're going to bring that size up so it's a little bit more dramatic. Transparency up. And again, this is something that you could just like continue to play with depending on your liking and what you feel makes the most sense with your thumbnail. This is a glow that I'm really liking. So I like this glow for right now. I'm going to press apply. Now we're going to continue to add layers to this. So I'm actually going to edit the background image. I want to blur it a little bit. Ooh, yeah, there we go. Now we're talking. And then in this elements section, we're actually going to search glow. Under graphics, we're going to select see all. And I feel like blue is a really popular color that we see in those like AI cool looking thumbnails. So we're going to make this pretty big, have it centered right behind me. And then we're going to press position, move it backwards so it's right behind my pose. And we're going to actually do that again, this time with white. So we're going to put white centered, a little bit smaller than the blue one. So there's kind of like a blue to white fade. Position backwards. Now it's right behind me. Now we have a nice glow. My outline, the border of myself is glowing, and even adding more glow effects behind me is something really fun to play around with. Okay, now for our 5th hack, we're going to add even more layers to this. We're going to keep going off of this AI kind of out of world feel and add some particles or even texture to the thumbnail. I feel like texture is a huge thing with making thumbnails stand out. I love adding it depending, of course, on the topic. So what I'm going to look up is actually particles, see all, and I'm going to scroll through this till I find something that I like. I think I like this one. Make it nice and big, copy, paste, bring it to this side. This time we're going to actually flip it, put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. Line it up a little bit there. There we go. So now it kind of looks like it's like the mirror reverse image of each other. Before I move it behind myself, I think I'm going to play with the opacity a little bit so it's kind of a little bit more blended. So transparency, bring that down, transparency, bring that down. Now we'll position it backwards. Position backwards so that it's behind me. Now we have a little bit more of that like sci-fi space feel to it. Again, you could continue to play with this with other Canva features. I always use the transparency effect so that it seems a little bit more natural in a specific thumbnail, but that's just another way that you could add more layers and dimension. Now, if you want to create this glow effect in the new version, this is what you're going to do. You're going to select the pose, edit photo, select shadows, glow. You're going to make sure it's white. Of course, we can't see what we're doing because my computer doesn't like the new version of Canva. But we're going to make sure there's a blur, and yeah, and that's the glow effect in the new version. Now, if you want to take this an even step further and you're making like an AI specific related video, let's move all this over a little bit. Maybe you want yourself, your face, to be AI generated or to have an AI feel to it. I don't recommend using Canva's AI image creator because it just is absolute trash. No offense. Let's see if I have it here. I think it's on the advanced one. Yeah, it's on their new version. But what you could do, this is not free, but you could use Rimini. This is like a AI photo generator and you could try it for free. So what you would do is upload your pose to Rimini or the photo that you want edited, and it's going to kind of AI generate you. So I'm going to drop a file. Let's say this is the file I want to play with. And then as you could see, this is the before. The file that I uploaded did not have a background to it. So It's just like me, my pose with a white outline. So this is before, no filters, no effects. You could see more texture on my skin. And then when I swipe to the after, it, first of all, it added a background of my YouTube desk, which is creepy and scary and terrifying and weird. But you could see my face has a little bit more cartoon characteristics to it. You could even add a little bit more layers there. So if I wanted to beautify, say like movie, apply. And then it like definitely added a little bit of a contortion to my face, but there's definitely more of an AI feel. So you could keep adding those layers of AI to it until it has that feel that you want it to have. And then you could download. Of course, you have to pay or sign up for a free trial. I think you could sign up for a free trial, but you have to put your card in to sign up for the free trial. So that's why I have not done it. But you do get that AI feel where you could then add this. Let me actually screenshot and pasting it right here. Of course, it still has those like watermark stuff on it. So this wouldn't be like an actual hack to use, but just so you could get the feel of it. So I removed the background image, and then of course it has like that AI look we were kind of going for. Boom. Just bring up that brightness a little bit to make it pop. And there we are. There's our AI fun video. Now, if you love using Canva and you're curious how you could use Canva to plan out your Instagram feed, then I definitely recommend watching this video next, where I teach you how you could plan out your Instagram feed using Canva alone. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Follow your joy. Bye.